Chick-Kebabs today on Big Lou Barbecue. Chick-Kebabs is kind of like Shish-Kebab, but you're putting chicken on a stick instead of lamb on a stick. We're also going to use celery because celery goes well with chicken. That's what makes chicken soup so good. That's why they serve celery sticks with buffalo wings. But you know, when you put celery on a Shish-Kebab stick, it splits apart, falls off. Well, I'll show you how to put the celery on there so that doesn't do that. All right, and we're going to be using a honey sriracha dry rub. Yeah, let that sink in for a minute. Honey and sriracha dry rub. The dry rub was sent to me by a subscriber, not by the company, and I didn't pay for it. It was a real kind thing to do. Hey, let me show you how we get this done over lump charcoal. Thanks for watching Big Lou Barbecue. Okay, I start with a double pack of whole chicken breast and a pack of chicken breast strips, and I'm going to cut them up into 1-inch pieces. We're going to use that Dr. Doors Sweet Meats Heat Honey Sriracha Barbecue Rub if I can keep it from rolling off camera. Once the chicken is all cut up into 1-inch squares, I did remove any fat, gristle, skin that was left on, anything like that. We're going to make the marinade. So I roll the lemon around on the counter there, cut it in half, put it in that squeezer. Love those squeezers. It does not put any seeds or pulp or anything like that into the jar there. So I love to use those squeezers. We're going to add about equal parts olive oil, maybe a little more than equal parts olive oil, and I'm going to put in some herbs. I've got these Rabelais Provence herbs. There's basil, dill, thyme, rosemary, all kind of good stuff in there. And we're going to throw in some of this honey sriracha rub. Put it into the jar, put the lid on the jar, and shake, rattle, and roll, and we've got the marinade ready to go. All right, so I put the chicken breast strips in, or chunked up chicken, rather, in a quart-sized bag. I'm going to put the marinade in there, get out all the air. I did this early in the morning, and we didn't grill till later that evening, so it sat in it all day long.
Okay, what I have here is probably 30 pieces of celery, cut up into 1-inch pieces. Now, I don't know if you've ever tried to put celery on a skewer, but crisp celery is just going to split apart and fall off the skewer. So what we got to do is blanch it. I got this water just about to come up to a boil and some ice water right there. All right, so I'll show you when the water's boiling. The water's up to a boil, so let's drop these in this blanching basket right like that. Let them go in that boiling water for about 1 minute. All right, timer's gone off. Grab them. Drop them in the ice water, stop the cooking process. I usually like to make my own rubs and stuff out of cookbooks and recipes and stuff like that. But if it's a flavor I can't make at home, I like to buy it. Honey sriracha, how am I going to make that at home? Look at this, here's the list of ingredients. All right, paprika, I could do that. Salt, sugar, garlic, onion, cayenne, I could do that. But honey and sriracha, those are liquids, y'all. How am I going to make a dry rub with honey and sriracha at home? All right, and then it says it has spices in there. So when it's flavors like that, yeah, I buy them. All right, Dr. Doors Honey Sriracha, this stuff's good. All right, the chicken is marinated all day. I put that marinade in the morning, and it's now late evening, and it'll probably be dark while we're grilling. Talk more about that later. But anyway, I took it out of the marinade, got it in that bowl. Gonna take the Dr. Doors Honey Sriracha and put it all in here. We're gonna mix it all in there. How much? Well, as much as you want. You know, if you don't want a lot of it, don't put a lot. You want a lot, put a lot. It's your baby, you spank it. Of course, you don't, need to use, so it's falling off, but I'm just gonna mix it onto these chunks, and that's the easiest way I can do it. Might get in there with my hands, but anyway, I'm gonna cover them all up with, need a little bit more. With this, and we're gonna put them on the skewers. All right, got the celery, and you can see it's pliable. It's gonna go on the skewers just fine without splitting apart. All right, so got the chicken right there, got the skewers right here. Let's put a piece of chicken on the skewer. Now I could have put that rub on the chicken once it's on the skewers, but it doesn't really have a shaker top on it anyway, and this gets it all mixed up pretty well. Now let's take a piece of celery. Now the celery's not gonna split, or should not split, because we blanched it. You see, and it goes on just like that right there. All right, but it'll split apart if you don't blanch it. All right, so I'm gonna stack celery, chicken on all 6 of these skewers, show you what it looks like. So there they are, all loaded up. I had just enough chicken for half a dozen skewers, and I had about 6 pieces of celery left over. But anyway, they're ready to go for the grill thrill. All right, I got a nice hot bed of coals going down here. No grill grate, just going to set the Skewered right like that.
Well, along with wood, lump charcoal is one of the two oldest cooking fuels known to mankind, and I figure mankind had sticks to cook food on long before they had grill grates for the food to stick to. So this is kind of an ancient technology here, cooking these kebabs on my Weber Smokey Joe right over the lump charcoal.
After I put the kebabs together and showed them to you, I did dust them a little bit with another light coating of the honey sriracha rub. So we're good to go. We're going to let them go on this side, flip them over. We're going to do all four sides, show you what they look like when we flip them. All right, I flipped them all to the other side. That one got real hot. But I'm going to turn them until they're all done. I'll probably check them with a thermopot. We're going to do the others. It doesn't take long. Just need to let them go. All right, if you got one that's cooking faster than the others, rotate them. Rotate them. You move over here. And you slide over here. And this one that was cooking faster can go over here where the coals are not quite as hot. All right, well, I just checked on most of these are going in the 170, 180 range, so I'm pulling these off. Set them over here. And I've got two more to cook, y'all. These will be a little easier to manage because I've only got two skewers. Well, there they are. They're gonna be good. All six of them. All right, got some homemade air fryer French fries. My wife made some carrots. Just slide this off of here like that. Get off the counter and get on there. All right, taste test time. Grill thrill, baby, is over. It's time for the taste test. All right, right here. Hey, that's a blue cheese dressing. I got to go with that. All right, let's try this out. Asked my son. He said good. Daughter said real good. There's the only opinions I got. So son said, you know it's gonna be good if you cook it, Dad. I said, I wanna know. He said, it's good. That's all he told me. All right, so I'm gonna try this one right here. You know, I being dainty and eating it with a fork, could pick it up with my fingers, you know, and eat it like chicken nuggets or boneless wings or whatever. But I'm gonna eat it with a fork. Oh, that honey sriracha rub that Dr. Door makes. That's good stuff. I don't know how you make honey and sriracha dry, but it's good stuff. All right, how about a piece of celery? Still got crunch, even though we blanched it, but it's not raw and tastes really good, you know, and it stays on the skewer when you blanch it like that. All right, let me get a piece of this chicken, stick it into the blue cheese dressing. That's like heaven. Chick-Kebabs on Big Lou Barbecue. That marinade is really good. Anytime you mix lemon juice and olive oil together and put some herbs in that, you got a good marinade. All right, you just got a good marinade. That is really, really good chicken.